Now, of course, because it's a Friday and I'm the type of person who is not careful on Fridays, I guess, I forgot to hit record. And so if you are somebody who's watching this later and you attended my review session, now, if you did attend this review session and you're watching this later, you'll notice that this is something that you did not see because I on Friday morning decided not to hit record at the start of our session, and so I get to redo the entire presentation, which is no big deal. Hopefully, you guys are doing okay. Let me give you the highlights of what I went through this morning. Number one, please pay attention to these things. First of all, you have a civil rights video element that is due today. Part 2 is due. So please make sure that you submit part 2 to Schoology. Part 3, which is located right here on your Google document, and it is also located on Schoology. I would like part 3 done by Monday so that we could talk about the civil rights movement and make sense out of that at that time. You could also click on the attendance today to make sure that you take attendance and get credit for your attendance. Have that done by 2 p.m. That would be wonderful. Let me highlight for you the big takeaways that we had last night when it came to our AP presentation. The head of the College Board came out and told us that for our course for AP US History, you will be taking a DBQ instead of a short answer essay set like I anticipated. Your DBQ will be 5 documents instead of 7, and they're going to be releasing more details during the course of the day today. They do have things that are being used as ways to slow down cheating. They are going to have you submit your writing through Turnitin, and they're going to have questions that you'll be typing before you start your test so that they can do analysis of your writing to see if you are who you claim you are. Your test for AP US History will be Friday, May 15th at 1 p.m. And so you'll want to make sure that you get that date down. It's a week later than you were scheduled to originally do. This test, hi, Finn. Finn, I forgot to hit record, and so I'm doing this session all over again. Feel free to type any questions that you might have, but that's the reason why you're able to jump in 45 minutes later and still be able to dip into this. So FYI. Friday, May 15th at 1 p.m. is your test. It will be timed. And so you'll want to make sure that you are preparing for that eventuality. We'll be doing things in class with materials that the College Board is providing to be able to help you to get prepared for that. They're going to be giving us more details midday today. So I do plan on making a recording to show you what the parameters are for the AP test, because we do have this page, but you'll notice that with US History, it is still asterisked out without details as far as what's going on with the actual parameters of the test. Our alternate test date is June 3rd at 11 a.m. But that test is one that only is going to be offered if you have some sort of horrible technical issues or medical issues or something like that that will require the alternate date. They will be giving me your test back, and they are encouraging us to use this for grading purposes. So I will get your essay back on May 26th. And so we'll want to make sure that we got you prepared to write really well when you take the test, that you are in good shape for that. If you are an AP Bio person, I was paying attention to what they were talking about. An AP Bio's test is going to be on Monday, May 18th at 1 p.m. The bio test is going to be focused on 2 free response questions. So if you are an AP Bio person, the test is going to be made up of question 1. They'll give you 25 minutes to write this up and then 5 minutes to submit it. And then you will be getting 15 minutes to do question 4 with a 5-minute upload time. For both this test and our DBQ, the feeling that the College Board has is that these tests are going to require from you thinking skills that your course requires, and it's not just content that you can look up on the internet. And so that's going to be the reason why they're using this as your assessment model to determine if you do or do not earn college credit. There is an understanding that you could try to surf the internet or whatever, and there's a variety of different techniques they're planning on using to slow that down, whether it's using Turnitin, like we do in class, to find plagiarism, the time limit that they're using. We'll talk more about that on Monday, though, because on Monday I do plan on taking time with you guys to go through. Here's what the College Board has described, and then get you started on the process to prepare for the AP test itself. I do plan next week to also start working our way into the Vietnam War. Because in our case, when we think about the DBQ is definitely focused on the skill of contextualization and having content like the Vietnam War, if you're doing like a foreign policy question or the civil rights movement, like you've been studying over the past couple of days, to be prepared for an issue concerning race relations in the United States. These will all be beneficial to your essay writing, even though they will be technically outside the period 1 through 7 timeline. What I would also like to highlight for you is these elements right here. The College Board is creating all sorts of digital resources that are available for you. So if you go onto the page that is the coronavirus AP updates for schools impacted by coronavirus, this is both on my Schoology page and my Google document. Clicking here will allow you to see this page where we've got all sorts of resources, and they're doing daily presentations to give you content knowledge to help you to do well with different aspects of the AP test. When it comes to AP biology, they've got a full suite of things that they've been teaching already to try to get kids finished up with their course. They've been doing the same thing with my class. And so these are free for you to use. These are our high school teachers who are giving about an hour-long presentation on each of these different concepts to kind of just give you the base overview of what the College Board would like you to know about these topics. What they're promising, though, is that they will eventually transition, now that they've gotten the details for the test, they will start transitioning into how to prepare for the AP test, how to review content for the AP test, and practice activities to help you get good with your writing. So if you are somebody who is worried about the writing itself, this will be something that will help you to be able to prepare for that. And I'll be able to give you more insights about that once again we come back next week and start working our way through. Finn, as far as sleeping through your alarm, Finn, I totally feel you. I did not want to get up this morning, and my daughter and son are incredibly hard to get up, especially with this bunker mentality that we are trapped in currently. So you have no apologies that are needed. And that's why we record this stuff so that you're able to check it out later. If you don't have any questions, though, I'm going to dip out right now. That was essentially the synopsis of what we had done in bulk beforehand. The questions that were being asked previously were getting into like details about the testing that I'll be able to flesh out more deeply once I get a chance to look at what the College Board is up to. And so I think that we're good for this morning. So if you don't have any questions, I'm going to stop recording at this point. And if you do have any questions, Finn, feel free to just shoot me an email. And that goes for anybody who's watching the recording later. I watch my email throughout the entire day, and I'm able to either respond via email or through a Google Meet or a FaceTime or whatever works best for you. So hopefully your week is going okay. Enjoy your weekend. Try to get outside, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good day, Finn.